Okay, hi, my name's Derek, and I am the creator of nichesitehelp.com. I'm just starting this website, so this is going to be our first tutorial as well as video podcast. I hope that I have the time to keep these updated and keep going at it. I know a little bit about websites. I know a little bit about niche websites. I just kind of got into them. There's a few that I've built and I'm working on, and I do receive some income from those. I'm not a multi-millionaire by any means, but they do generate some income. I've seen some months where I've made anywhere from 50 to 60 bucks to nothing. So it all depends on um, what all you do what all you do as well as build the site and what you do with it. So down here, I will show you the main site that I like to use for building niche sites, which is, that's obviously where I found out how to do this at, right here. This is the site, this is the theme that I use for my WordPress site to build nichesitehelp.com. It is a theme called Weaver, and it is by far the best theme for WordPress sites I have ever seen. It's free. They do have a pro version you can upgrade to. I think it's like only $25 or so. But this is obviously, I just started building this, so this is the first page. I worked on this today for a couple hours, but basically the way this site works, or the way this theme works, is it has your basic layout. You can change the background. You can change all this, and then it gives you spaces above, on, and below the header. Like right here, these are two separate images, as you can see if I pull them aside here. These are two separate images. This isn't a header image. What happened was, within Weaver, I was able to get rid of the header image altogether, which would be somewhere in through here, and it took it out, which fills in that space automatically. Then above this, I just coded with some HTML, a little simple table with two columns, and added these images in. Then within Weaver, you can change the color and background all through CSS. I'll show you exactly how it works, but I'll give you the layout here first. And then you can add this search bar on here, or you can take it off if you want to, if you want to put it down here with your widgets. Basically, this all stays the same. There are things that you can change within your page here. Like that shouldn't be red. I should need to change that color. But you can change the color of all your hovers, your links, and this is all HTML coded into just inside a text widget. This is just a little plugin that I found that shows your most recent posts. The categories will go here. I don't have any categories listed right now. Then at the bottom, there is a footer section. And I was able to, within the Weaver theme, one-click button to remove the footer, and then I did the same thing that I did up here, except instead of clicking, there's a division right that runs right up through here and right here, and when you get inside the theme, you can take that off, and it will expand your top here all the way to the sides. But right now there's a little invisible line here and visible line here from where that is inside a division, which the same thing takes place down here at the bottom. But what I did was I clicked that little button, which got rid of this division down here, and then I coded in a table just like I did up here, but I did it down here. And then instead of making this like 940 wide, I made this 100%, and then added another table in the middle that I made 940 wide. And that's all that is right there. And then this is all just simple, old school HTML coding links. So let's take a look at the theme, and I'll show you how it works. So if we go up in here to our dashboard, and then go to your appearance, and then Weaver admin right here. Actually, first, let me show you what the theme looks like when you go to download it. It's available within WordPress. So you can just go to your themes and then go to install themes and type Weaver. And this is the basic one right here that it comes with. There are some sub themes that come along with it. I've never really messed with it too much. There's actually a Weaver 2 out now. I haven't upgraded this one to that yet, but I think right here it says Weaver 2. It has some iPhone type formatting in it that sets it up for an iPhone or mobile device. Anyway, this is what the theme looks like right here. You can see all the colors here. This is where the header is. This is where the title is, but with one click you can take that title right out. You can change the colors. You can these little this rounded corner here and a rounded corner here. You can't really see it too well, but they are rounded. You can one click you can take that out as well. So once you install that, you'll have this little Weaver admin right here. You go to Weaver admin, and this is where it all happens. All right, we'll start up here at the top. This is the Weaver themes. These are some pre-built themes. These are all the same theme. It just basically has a little bit of a different layout to it. A lot of these are kind of the same. You got header, menu, content, sidebar, header, menu, content, sidebar, header, menu, content, sidebar. So you can pick any one of these. I started off with wheat just because I'm lazy and don't want to change it, I guess. This one down here, you can start with that one too. That one looks a little more like what mine is for the nichesitehelp.com. But if you go to wheat right here, it's just selected up here, and then you will set that as your sub theme, which is what I have. So let's go to the main options, and we'll go to general appearance. You got your wrapper page. Actually, you know what? Let me shrink this to half so I can show you what I'm talking about here. Let's see. Let's go to this one, and then show you what the actual page is, and we'll pull this out. Let's see. Where's my Weaver? There's Weaver. There's this. Okay, so this wrapper is the space around all of your sides here, and you can set that with regular, type in. So you can type in, let's say we want to make it red, and then if you want to add additional CSS, you can add it in right here. I'll show you that in just a minute though. But let's say we want to add it red. You save that, and then when we go back to our theme, check it out over here. We'll refresh this and see. Well, it all turns red. But we don't want it to be red, so we're going to change that back to transparent. Okay. Now, we're going to refresh this, and you'll see that it will change back to transparent, which will show the background. The background is set over here. You can just set it by normal. You can come in here and main background. This is your page, the content part of the page, which will be this right here. All that right there. Your container background there's some space that goes all the way around this right here, and that is what I've set up to be white as well. Your theme width, you can make it as wide as you want. Theme margin, that's your margin between probably from where your page is and the size if you wanted to shift it from the left over to the right, but right now I guess it's just centered. You can pick the font you want for your titles. You can round the corners with just like that little click, and then you can actually change the radius of those corners. You can add an area border, which adds click to include a border around the main area and all side border. Oh, that adds a little line all the way around this. The outside background, which is I got set to white, which is, it says background will override this. So if you change something in your background here, it will override that right there, which I should change it to transparent just for simplicity. You can fade the outside background, which will make it darker at the top and lighter at the bottom. So if you pick a green, let's just say you pick a red background, it'll make it a darker maroon red and go to a regular red. It puts like a shadow over the top. You can wrap the shadow with you can wrap the site with a shadow, which will create a shadow effect through all your edges right here. And that's just your general appearance. It goes into a lot more detail. Your header options, This is all your header area, what all takes place right in through here. And this is a free theme, by the way. So, I keep fumbling my words, sorry. Your menu bar, see I got mine set to black. Your menu hover, when you hover, you will see mine turns green, because why? Because I wrote green. Then right here, your menu bar text, I set it to white, But what I also did was I added an additional CSS just with that little click right there. See, I want to add some CSS. All you do is you put a bracket there. I think that's a bracket. Yeah, anyway, you got that, and then you got a bracket at the end, and you put your property, and then you put the value of that property right there, and it will change inside there. Your menu bar text hover, which is white, I left it white so it just doesn't change color. Now also your text hover, and I don't think the regular text does it, but when you hover over your links up here, they will have they'll be underlined. So I added the CSS into the text decoration to none, so you wouldn't have a little line under each one of these. And then see what I got here, your menu bar background, so your current page that you click on, let's say I click on forum, and it loads, and you move your mouse away, it stays green because I said the background should be green and the current page text should be white. And if you come down here, you can change the weight of the text, which is written through there. You can have a gradient where you pick one color, it'll change a little bit of a fade into a lighter to a darker. You can hide the menu bar altogether, so if you want to create your own menu bar along here through regular HTML and just add it in and link it to a CSS file, I'll show you how to do that too. You can just hide your whole menu bar altogether. And then you can move the primary menu bar to the top. And what that means is if you have so many links up here, it'll create a new one, a new menu down here, and it'll run all the way across. So if you have a primary, which would be your top, and your secondary would be your bottom, it actually would drop to they'll be together, but if you click this, it will raise above the header. Now remember that this is not a header. I don't have anything in the header space set up in here at all. So no home menu item, so I guess you can click that. You don't have a home menu item for the home page. Your background, so I got mine set to transparent. Your site title, which is normally you see like WordPress, and then it'll say just another WordPress site. That's what that is, but I hide all those on all my pages so you don't see those. I think they look stupid, which I think it might have been done on this page. Yep, hide title, and description. So it will hide that on every page so you don't have that up there. You can move that if you do want to keep it. You can move it by your X and the Y axis. The header images to links, if you click that, if you had a header image there, it would link to your home page. Your space after header, you can put in a little space here if you want to space out from where the header would be to where your menu would start. And then this right here is your header div first. It is the division, allows full background. I don't know. I've never messed with that. I don't know. You can hit it and see what it does. Now your next one will be your content area, which is all of, if you go to a post or a page, we'll go to my home, which is set up as my blog posts. As you can see here, I'm looking for someone to help me out with this site because I really don't have the time to do it, but I would like to have a site. I would like to have this site out there to help people build their own niche websites and teach them how to do it. So this is where you choose the colors of your content, your text, styles, add CSS to different events and all that. So like right here, your content background, we have it set to white. You can change that if you want, and you'll have a little color here. Your page title, I have it set to green, which would be, well, this is not page title. This would be one. See, set right there to green. Back to home. Your content text would be black, which I got there. Your content bullet list, apparently you can tell it what you want. if you have a bullet list set up. Your HR color, so if you ever put in an HR line, which is what that little code is right there, you can pick the color of that line. You can hide feature image on pages if you don't want to have that on there. Your table style, now this can be kind of confusing. If you create a table with Weaver, it will have borders automatically. Now you can hide the borders by coming here and click no borders. It took me a while to figure that out because you can't go into the CSS and just put table borders none because it don't work. So you know, that's where that is. Captioned image border color for caption. I never really used it, but apparently I have a color set for it. I've never noticed it. The text below images, your input area background. This is for text input boxes. You can change the color of them just by putting in a new code there. And then what's cool about it, if you don't have any idea, you know, the numbers, all you got to do is click on it, and you'll see that you can change the color right here. Just click anywhere, and you know, you get the point. So we'll change it back to that little gray thing that I had. Okay, so we will save those, and we'll go to page and post specifics, which is this one right here. I don't really understand the difference between these two. They kind of are the same. I guess maybe these are more post related, but pages and posts and content, they kind of all go together. But with playing with them, you'll see how to what it is that, you know, if you set something to a crazy color like this red, I had no idea why this was being red until I didn't know what exactly that was, which is post entry title, which is this right here, obviously. So now that's why that's red. So now I really realized I do not like that. So let's change that to, let's give it a little darker kind of shade of green there. Okay, and we'll save it. And come back over here and refresh. And look at that, it's green now and matches up with the rest of our site. So we did that. You got your post, title links. You can change the color of the links. We just did that. Use icons in post info. Check to use icons. I don't know what that is. Never used that one. But anyway, you know, like I said, this is a free theme. This is Weaver. You can basically build your entire website and look the exact way you want it to look. I don't know if too many people know this theme's out there, but it's great. Post info length, I haven't changed these yet and updated them yet, so I probably got some weird, that's what this is right here. That's why that's still got that little pinkish hue to it. It's because of that right there. So let's change that to that green. That'll work. It's too small to be picky about it. Okay, you can excerpt link. You can change that. Display post as excerpts. You can do that. Show featured, make avatar tiny, hide author bio, hide sidebars on a single post. If you don't want to have a sidebar show up for a single post, you can do that, but I'll show you how to hide the sidebars later, which will be even easier. Footer options. Here's what I was talking about. So you can change the background, and you can, I'll show you what it, let's see what happens here. I don't know all right, let's do that. Let's unhide it. Remember I told you that I hid this down here. Now I'll show you. It automatically adds this WordPress one in right there. It'll automatically add that in, which I didn't want this here. I mean, I'm all for Weaver and you know, helping them out, but it kind of made my site look kind of cheap, I thought. So I hid the entire thing, and like I said, I added that in, and I'll show you where I did that at. So let's save that back so it looks back to the way I had it before. Widget area, which is all this right here. Now, this comes with actually widget areas all the way through your sidebar. It has some up here. It has some down through here, and then it's got like even more somewhere down through here. There's a bunch. Let me refresh this so I can see, make sure that goes away. All right, see, that's gone. Now, this is your widget sidebar. Now you can pick. This says default 1 right side. So this says I'm having one sidebar column on the right side. Now I can change that. Look at this, just with a click. 2 left and right sides. So you can have 2 sidebars on the left and the right. That would look pretty crowded. or if you want to switch the sides, one wide side, one wide right side. But you can change the size of your sidebars back in your, I want to say it's your main, your general appearance. I'll go back and check it here in a second. But border radius, your button, your links, you got your secondary widget area, which is, this is all the first. I never use the second, but the second one's actually down through here somewhere. Your alt temp, there's an alt that's I think after that one. Your footer widget areas, which are down here at the bottom, and then you got your links and your bar under widget titles, which is this little bar right there. You can make it go away. Your sidebar adjust. Let's see. Hide special post widgets. Yeah, there's some things in there you may want. I've never had to mess with them, so I don't use them. So if we go back to the general appearance, I'll show you where you can change the size of your sidebar, which is not under the general appearance. Maybe it's under this one. Let's see. It's here somewhere. Contents, post, page. Maybe it is under widget. Maybe I looked right over it. There it is. Sorry, looked over it. Sidebar width 265. And then you change that, and obviously it changes. So, now we did that. Now this is where the cool stuff comes in. The advanced options, right here. This is the HTML code insertion areas. You got your pre-header, which would be up here, which is actually this right here, because like I said, I added in my own custom little HTML little table here, which goes in right there. And then you got your site header insert. I've never used it, but apparently it's got these slides, and you know the jQuery slides you can put in. I guess you can do you add some code in there, and that's where it goes in. I've never used it. Your post header, which would go after the header, put that in there. Your pre-footer, which would be down here before your footer area. Your site footer, which is right on it, I do believe. And then down here is your post, which is what I put here, but there's nothing here or here, so it just butts your post footer code directly up to the bottom of the site. So your post footer code, which is what I put right there, is just a simple little HTML. Actually, I built this in Dreamweaver and then just copied and pasted it and dropped it in. Now, if I wanted to, I could give this a class and then link the CSS to a CSS file, sorry, and then give this a class, and it would change. I could change it through CSS if I wanted to, instead of just inline CSS like I did here somewhere in there. I thought I did. Maybe I didn't. Yeah, right here. There's some. So up here at the top, that's just your insertions. But then you got your head section. Sorry, I skipped over it. This is your head section. So if you wanted to link to, if you want to add in your own CSS, you could do it in here. You could link to any exterior, any external pages anywhere. Basically, this is your head section of your web page. It's got some advanced stuff here. I've never really read through that, though. I've never really needed to. Your page template, custom, something else I've never used. Site options, add HTML to primary menu bar. Yeah, that's right here. You can actually, like, if you want to add in little Twitter, Facebook icons, you can do that right there. And then this is some built-in SEO tags. I use some plugins for that, so I never mess with that. Shortcodes, it gives you some shortcodes if you want to use those. And then administrative gives you some stuff to change and alter a little bit too as well. Now, let's go into the other thing I was going to talk about. What was the other thing I was going to talk about? I should have made a list. I don't remember what I'm forgetting. There's something I said I was going to go over, and I don't remember what it is. Okay, maybe that's it then. So anyway, this was a tutorial on the best WordPress theme and the best theme to use for niche sites if you want to use WordPress. You don't have to use WordPress. You could use Dreamweaver, or you could use anything else. I'm a big fan of WebPlus X4 and X5. You can get it online for like 40 or 50 bucks. So it's definitely worth looking into. But if you want to use WordPress to build a niche site, or even you want to use WordPress to build your own business website, you can. In fact, I can show you some more Weaver themes. If you want to see some, stick around for a second. This is another one that I built using the same exact theme. Loads a little slower because I do have a lot of stuff on there. This is instead of using a color for my CSS backgrounds, I added in a link to a background image, and then just put that in as my wrapper background right in through here. And then see, I rolled the corners, gave it a little shadow. But this is the exact same theme as this. They don't look anything really alike. Then my menu is also, the background of it is changed to a another wooden color to kind of go with this. And then another one I built with this, which really kind of needs some work in my opinion. This was one of the first ones I ever did with the Weaver theme. And she is taking her time. Here we go. This is also the exact same theme. You can see change the colors of the widget area. The background here got the little shading in there. It's got that area above the header image, because this right here is actually the header image. Just like with this site, there would be a header image in through here, but I didn't use it. This one I actually used a header image, and then above it is just regular HTML code, just like this area up there. And then you got your menu bar. And then another one is this one, a website that I do not use, but I do have. I think it's still available. It might have ran out by now. Nope, it's still available. It is taking its time because I did not make this background image a smaller file, and it's loading slowly. But point being, this is the exact same theme as this and this. This is the double menu I was telling you about. If you would have clicked that one box that said move the primary to the top, it would fling it right up and through here. And this up here is the space above. You don't have to put anything in there. If you don't, it just butts it up to what would ever be above it. But this is just a little marquee that I added in. Around my corners and my widgets. This down here is the footer that that actually comes with it. That I didn't hide on this one. Now the problem with this is I actually went in and changed the PHP file to link to my website, and then changed my little icon here to change to that. The only problem with that is it looks all cool now and it works and everything, is if you update your Weaver theme, it puts all that back. So it puts the Weaver icon back, and it puts, or the WordPress icon and Weaver and all that back. So you have to go back in and change that. So to fix that, it's best just to hide it and then do what I did down here just by adding in your HTML here. Then, let's see, I want to say there's probably another one. Yep, this one right here. This is my niche site. That's what I was going to show you earlier when I was trying to think of what it was. It is my first niche site that I built, which is howtomarrypeople.com. I do have a wedding business. I own one in Ohio, one in Hawaii, a couple getting ready to start in Key West, one in Myrtle Beach. Working on some other islands in Hawaii as well right now. But this is my first niche site that I built. And this was probably my second site that I built using the Weaver theme. So it's also not, see, right here's what I was talking about. It gives you the WordPress sign, probably powered by WordPress. Weaver by weavertheme.com. I updated the theme and it threw all that back in there. So now if you notice, I do not have any comment sections on this. That's another thing I was going to show you. I keep forgetting stuff, sorry. Now it has one menu bar which I sent to the top of my header image, because this is the header image. And then the space below it, which is down here, I added in my Google Ads, which my AdSense, which goes in, which shows up there. And then This is my top widget area, which I gave it a red background to kind of make it stand out a little bit. And then these are just regular HTML coded. See, that's bad there. And then those colors need to be changed. But what I was going to show you was, let me slide this over, was the pages options. Because not only do you have all these options here, you have these options here. Let me find one of my pages. Let's just go to About Me, which needs to be changed because I copied and pasted this from Pat Flynn in his niche site dual website. Well, it's what is the name of his website? smartpassiveincome.com. I was looking for some placeholder text just to get an idea of how I wanted mine to kind of lay out. And if you see here, he broke it up into little short pieces, which is good because nobody ever wants to, big paragraph's pretty intimidating. So you break it up into small stuff and it's not as bad. It's easy on the eyes. So remember that for your niche site as well. Where was that here? Okay. So you got your regular layout, or you got your regular WordPress layout, which is, all this here. But over here, you can change the theme you can change the layout, not the theme, sorry. You can change the layout of your WordPress page. So you got your default is what is set up inside of that we looked at earlier, that's set up inside your Weaver admin, which is right here, just to show you again, Weaver admin. That's the default. But if you want to change this to make it page with posts, page with excerpts, pop-up, I've never used a pop-up before. Sitemap, I never used that before. Custom header, I don't know why that's there. One column, full frame. So like on let's go back to this one. On this website, the Niche Site Help, if you go to forum, and mind you, I'm still building this site, so, we're going slow but surely here. I hid the sidebar over here to show more room for the forum. So I just would have came down here and put I either used one column iframe full width. I think I just used I used no sidebar. One column, no sidebar. And that changes that. Now down here you have all of these too. You also get this when you get the Weaver theme, which is free, by the way. I think I've said that like 5 times, but it's free. You get this little doodad right here where you can hide the page title, you can hide the site description. If you didn't do that in your main Weaver admin stuff, you can go in through here and do it as well. Hide sidebars, hide the entire header image. And I was right, there was another one I forgot. That reminds me, because we hid her header image. This is another one that I built, and you'll have to excuse my Photoshop abilities up here because I did not own Photoshop at the time, and I used GIMP, which is a great tool, but looking at it now, that needs fixed. So this is also the Weaver theme. This right here, I added the bottom HTML and took out the header, or sorry, took out the footer, the built-in footer. Let's see, right here is just a plugin that I found for a slider, and you can add in more pictures yourself. But what I did was, this right here is that little space that's above the header image where you can add HTML, and this down here is another location where you can add HTML. So when you go to a page, let's say this one, she didn't want the slider on every page because it took up too much room, which I agreed with. It goes away and you're stuck with these 2 lines here. Now, if we wanted to get crazy about it, we could get rid of those, but we're not going to. But anyway, go back to this. You have, let's see, hide primary area, hide secondary area. That must be for your widget areas. You can hide the top area. Yeah, it's got all kinds of stuff. So that being said, this is the tutorial on WordPress themes, the best WordPress theme to use to build a custom website. I will have a post of this, I think about hopefully in a day or 2 from recording this. I'll have a post up for it, so maybe I can get a little traffic in. But anyway, check out Pat Flynn's niche site duel if you're looking for some more information on niche sites. And one more time, we'll go through these to show you that these are all, see this, the Facebook icon was added in. The Facebook like was added into the top here, just in the space above. This here is just a little table with an image on the left, with a column in the middle, and then the Facebook like button on top. But this one, and 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 this one are all the exact same theme, just customized using the Weaver admin options that come with the Weaver theme. So if you're going to build a niche site and you're looking for a good WordPress theme to use, I recommend Weaver, which I should go to their website to show them, give them a little credit for this. So let's go to weavertheme.com, and this is their website. So come here, check it out. Like I said, this is the new Weaver 2. It looks kind of the same. It may have some more features to it that I'm not aware of yet, but it's basically the same. Well, I guess it's got a few these little drop down things here. I don't know if that shows up on the old one or not, but it's got some stuff there to work with. Apparently they added in a little slider on top of their header image, which is this here. So apparently it's got some more features that you can add in. So check out the Weaver theme. Check back with the nichesitehelp.com, and I think that's about it. And if you want to help me out build this site, if you know anything about building niche sites, we're going to go into SEO, and we're going to go into building the website, obviously, actually building it. I'll probably build it on Photoshop and then convert one over on Dreamweaver and WordPress. And we're going to go into how to find a niche site, how to build them, good ones, bad ones. We're going to learn a lot of this together, and I'll do the hard work for you guys. So check back later. There'll probably be a podcast. There'll probably be a podcast page on here, and I'll try to put this on iTunes and see what happens. I have done it before, but I have a hard time keeping up. So send us some email. Get a hold of me somehow. If you want to go to the home page and click on Contact Me here, it will open up my direct email. Whoa, don't open it up yet. It'll give you my direct email. Send me an email, and if you'd like to help me out. And if you want to like us, see, I don't even have any content. Listen to me. Luckily for me, I have a public speaking class this summer. So hopefully this speech thing goes away. Don't save. Okay. Obviously, I need to change these too. But that is the Weaver theme. Get it. Even buy the full version if you want. Like I said, I think it's only like 25 bucks or something. It may be more, but I don't think it's very much. So get it, use it. It's awesome. Check back oh my lord. nichesitehelp.com. Wow. See you next time.